They have a twice a year symposium, which is a chance for companies to come together, share what they're doing in supply chain work. And this theme was on AI and supply chain. But I've said this before. I'll keep saying it. Anytime you get worried about the future, go hang out with some college kids.
These kids are going to do cool things in life, not just from a technical standpoint, but probably as entrepreneurs. AI is not going to replace human problem solving, but I've been doing some experiments with trying to tune my geeky thing here, tuning AI to actually be a coach that asks questions and prompts you. I wasn't planning on doing this, but I'm going to do it. A 48-hour free trial of the AI coach that I've built.
But I think the other layer, and I heard this very clearly from some of the speakers at the Center for Supply Chain Research Symposium, is that the other layer you have to get control of is your standard work, standard operating procedures. If you want to reduce risk, reduce variation, improve your learning, be more efficient, be able to experiment. If you want to be able to do all those things, you can't just turn it over to a black box. You've got to control the how.
And it's like the silly loop where an employee is using AI to help write up their own input, and then the manager or HR are using AI to iterate on it, and like how these cycles of AI back and forth. And I'm like, let's just pull a number out of a hat and here's your rating.
But just like making a cocktail, going back to our lean whiskey roots, the ingredients matter. You can't get past good bees, but many of those will probably have 7 different countries represented at some level in a Starbucks blend. If you're buying Colombian coffee and that's all it says, it's probably a whole bunch of different farms, elevations, types. And that's efficient. You can't have any bad batches. You get to blend out any of the variations or problems. I'll have the cheaper brands that are buying the stuff that nobody else wants. Get it together enough and roasted enough that you can't tell the difference from batch to batch.
There's parallels to wine. You might have wine that says French red table wine or Burgundy or the Village, or even more specifically, it's from this particular stretch of vineyard. And sometimes that's very highly prized.
Coffee growers are the weakest link in terms of power dynamics in coffee. But in this region, coffee grows well.
So I want to give a shout out to think about the chain of people along the way.
If you like if you're our bourbon drinkers, if you like a single barrel bottle, it's unique, right? And is it better than the ones that they blend? Maybe not, but it's unique, and that's fun and interesting. Think the same way about coffee, right? Threw away the recipe.
Right.
Now, Old Crow is young Jim Beam.
But they went through to recipe K. No one could taste the difference between J and K. The difference between A and K was huge.
I still remember he told me unions reflect management, but like
the key to NUMMI's success is not its tools or techniques, but the management philosophy that gives meaning to them. Not a tools problem. And then one of the other, I think, just key point quotes, conclusions of this document: quality, productivity, and morale are the natural results of a system in which problems are seen as opportunities for improvement rather than as failures. For all the yelling and screaming at workers in person or documented in memos, the core of things was bad management decisions about keep the line running. It bit them in the ass. That to survive at Tesla, you don't bring up that Toyota shit. One thing I see in a lot of organizations is that lean means we want the frontline managers and lower level managers and everyone to be better problem solvers. And executive leaders are not demonstrating, they're not expected or required to demonstrate the same problem solving discipline. You don't change culture by snapping fingers. It's easier to do a second pour of bourbon. I never got drunk during an episode of Lean Whiskey. That wasn't the point.